Hi, good afternoon, good morning, or good night, depending on what part of the world you're in. I'm Calvin Smith from Direct Force Fighting Techniques, and today I'm going to give you some safety tips on keeping your kids safe from pedophiles and abductors. It's a subject that really bothers me. I think they're the most heinous crimes that are in the law books. I don't think you can sink any lower than to mess with a kid, personally speaking. Now, I'm going to start off with, I think you can never be too safe when protecting your kids. I know there's some people that say there's some overprotective parents, but hey, better safe than sorry. If your gut tells you that the person that's hanging out with your kid isn't right, then go with your gut. Now, the first thing I want to touch on is do not allow your kids to talk to strangers. I know everybody's in a PC world this day and time, but forget that. If the stranger starts talking to your kid, he's a little bit too comfortable with being around your kid, then pull your kid away. Forget it. Forget about his feelings. Be safe. I would say number 2, never let your kid leave home or school alone without proper permission and to be authorized by the proper people, meaning yourself as a mother or a father, a grandparent, a trusting uncle or an aunt. Someone of that nature gives them permission to go to school, to leave school or home. That's the only way. Do not allow them to just take off and go to the store by themselves or even play in the backyard, because you don't know your neighbors. We don't know them 100%. You don't know what kind of people you're living around. Unless somebody's outside watching, especially small kids, don't even let them play outside by themselves. Another tip, keep up-to-date pictures of your kid. Meaning, when your kid is born, it's beautiful. Take those pictures. But keep current ones. God forbid, if your kid is snatched, you can go to the authorities with current pictures. It's a lot helpful in aiding the authorities in finding your kid. We all want them to come home safely. The other one, don't put your kid's name on his clothing. That's an easy thing for a pedophile or an abductor to pick up on. If he sees Mary on her shirt, it's easy for him to play on that. Hey Mary, come here for a second. And kids are so trusting. God forbid she goes to this guy and he snatches her up. Don't allow that. Another tip, don't let your kids stray around in the mall or any public place. I don't care if you got to scream on them 50,000 times. You let them stay next to you the whole time you're shopping. I'm telling you, it's so worth it. I know they can be energetic and you need a break sometimes. But hey, this is your kid. Keep them close to you. I would even suggest getting those attachments that I've seen people walk around with their kids with. You can get them where they're attached to the backpack and you can put them around your waist. That way you know your kids are, or your kid is the whole time. Another thing, teach your kid how to dial 911 and also to dial long distance. Now you say, well, long distance. Well, yes, because if they're snatched and they're taken out of your area and it's necessary to dial a long distance number, your kids will have a heads up on other kids. Another one, get ID bracelets. It's so helpful. Your kid may not even have been snatched. It could just straight off in the mall or something, and some store owner or someone who works in the mall see your kid, and they can immediately identify your kid, their address and their phone number and everything, and they can get in contact with you immediately. And another one I like to say, if you drop your kids off at daycare, make sure you have a sheet of people that are authorized to pick up your kid. And I would also say add in code words so that your kid will know and people who are picking your kid up will know. So if someone outside of that picks up your kid will immediately ask for that code word along with the daycare workers, and it will help keep your kids safe. I hope these tips help. I pray that all your kids are safe. I always pray over mine, and I pray for myself too, because we as adults, we can be abducted too. Stay safe, peaceful journeys. God bless. Enjoy the sun.